Well, I think everyone got their money's worth today.
Absolutely.
That was a heck of a college basketball game. Not like very few second-round games probably. And I tip my hat. St. John's, man, are they really good. And they play crazy hard. We knew we had to battle every second because they were going to battle every second. And I'm glad the buzzer went off when it did, because it would have gone back and forth for 40 more minutes if there were 40 more minutes on the clock.
Ron, just in terms of physical basketball, have we played in one that physical this year, and where does that rank in terms of physicality?
Well, I mean, we've played a bunch of physical games. That's how teams have played us this year. But I don't think any more physical than that. I mean, it was hard to get to the paint, and you knew there was going to be contact, and you had to try to hold your ground, and it was both ways. I mean, I think early that was set in the first 2-3 minutes of the game, and I'll say it was consistent throughout. And what a battle on the boards. Every possession was contested in a game that was fairly fast paced. Boy, it was every shot was contested. Every rebound was contested. It was a game where I told these guys, you just got to go every time. And my heart goes out to St. John's. I know they got a lot of older guys. They were deserving of winning the basketball game. They've got a team that could go a long way. So we feel very fortunate to win this game and get to play next weekend.
Coach, talk about defending the dribble drive offense, especially against a team that can shoot the ball from the three-point line so well.
Well, that's the challenge, is you got to kind of pick your poison, because, I was telling these guys, I thought Chicago did a terrific job last night of guarding the three-point line. So if you only watched that game, you thought they weren't shooters. You thought they were drivers only. But the reality is those guys can really, really shoot the basketball. And every time we relaxed a little bit, they make you pay. But at the same time, they've got such good ball skills and finished so well. I thought they got to their spots more than we wanted them to. If they get to an area where they can use that backboard, they're terrific finishing. So they were a hard guard. They had 5 guys on the floor who you had to defend and be worried about, and those are always the hardest teams to guard.
Coach, if you take us through the last possession, first of all, then Carlo on the shot.
Well, that was the play. I said, let's get it up on the board with 5 seconds to go, and offensive rebound it and score, so we don't give them any time. It was a battle on the boards. We've been a great rebounding team. We were saying in timeouts all year, we're going to win basketball games by defending and rebounding. So it's pretty fitting that we won a ball game by rebounding. But we wanted to get it wound down as close to the clock as possible. We didn't want to give them any time, because you give them 7-8 seconds, they're running it at you. They're going to get a good shot. So we decided we just wanted to spread the floor, send Josh downhill, and see if he could find someone for a shot late in the shot clock, and then go get it. And that was a man's rebound by Carlo Kolak. I mean, he got up above everybody, and boy, he had a heck of a game. And he has a tough finish too. So during the timeout, we were talking. I mean, that's what you dream of. I mean, you dream of that situation as a kid. The shot clock's running down, NCAA tournament, you make a play. And so these guys got to live that dream. That was an excellent job. Very proud of them.
Hey, Ron, just talk about the free throw line. It looks to me like your seniors went 12 of 12. So Hakeem 6 of 6, Harrison 5 of 5, and Nick 1 of 1. So your seniors went 12 of 12 from the free throw line.
Yeah, 16 for 19, 84%. That was really important. And that's where I think you felt the intensity on the floor. St. John's has a veteran team. We have a veteran team. When you have a bunch of seniors out there competing for your careers, it just means a little bit more. And that was palpable throughout the game, how hard these guys were playing, how much they wanted to put themselves in a position to win.
Carlo, the first time we saw you here this year was back in late November when you guys came and played Chicago here. You played 9 minutes, you scored 2 points. What has changed about you from that game to now?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it first started with me, I think mentally. I wasn't as confident in myself, and that was just a personal issue because you know, you get out on the court, and I think basketball is a really mental game. And so, and if you're limited mentally, everything physically is also limited. And so my teammates kept trusting me in practice. They kept passing to me. My coach kept trusting me, putting me in the game, giving me more and more opportunities. And the more opportunities I got, you know, the more confident I got. And so I think it just kept increasing, and now I'm here. So, you know, I'm just really happy.
It sounds like what you're talking about is the culture that this team's built, and Marco, Harrison, either one of you guys, both being seniors, what can you say about the culture of this basketball team and the bond that you guys share?
Yeah, I mean, I'll credit this guy. Coming in freshman year, we all just got a special bond. Still close to the seniors from our freshman year. And these are my brothers. I kept on saying the whole game, so I love you guys. I'm so glad I get to spend this game with you and continue another week. So.
Yeah, I would just say 4 years of ups and downs, peaks and valleys really prepares you for this moment. And it's so special to see, especially Carlo, who's been, you know, coming in every single day and working. Like, I mean, Carlo, what are you doing here at Shergon, you know, Sunday 10? I'm lifting. You know, I'm serious. Like, he's shooting shots, he's doing everything that he needs to do off the court. And that's what it's all about, and it proved it tonight. And, you know, I'm so proud to be so proud of him. I love him, I love this team, and it's a blessing to be on the court and compete with him.
Harrison, can you talk about how you felt like St. John's defended you tonight? You've seen a lot of double teams so far this year. What the look did the Johnnies give you tonight?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, they were an incredible basketball team, super well coached, and it was, you know, a great fight. And that's all you can ask for when you play NCAA college basketball. But it was super physical, 32-35, they were super physical. But I thought they let us play, and they let me go one-on-one sometimes. They would kind of fake a double, but they would often pull it back. So it was just me being confident, reading, and, you know, just being in the game, being in the moment. Coach always says fierce focus in the moment, and I feel like that's carried us a long way. So, yeah.
Carlo, question for you. You're seeing that last shot go up. What are you thinking as you're on that weak side there, and that's usually where that board's going to come off?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked that question. Well, so I saw Josh dribbling up top, and we were running down the clock, and while I was in the corner, Coach Rose came up to me on the bench, and he said, I have a feeling you're going to score this game winner. I promise you that actually happened. And
My crystal ball. I saw it. I saw it all develop.
And, you know, at the moment, I think that was my only rebound of the game. Maybe I had one more. I don't know. But
Yeah, that's the only one. We need to talk about that, Carlo.
So, I mean, you know, I had trust in Josh that he would score, but obviously you have to go, and he shot it, his pull-up that he always makes, and, you know, he got unlucky tonight, and it just bounced to me. And, you know, I jumped up, and, you know, I just physical, because I was being guarded, and I feel like I was getting slapped too, and so just, you know, grabbed the ball, patience, and then I threw it up, and it went in. Right? So
It's a blur, isn't
yeah.
it, Cardinal?
It really is.
Have you had a moment like that before, a game-winning shot?
I
Maybe
have,
not of that magnitude necessarily, but
definitely not of that magnitude. I have an AAU, I've hit like a 3, but it's not.
Who's counting?
Yeah. But nothing compares to this. So.
Ron, at the 11:57 mark, Nick Roper gets his 4th foul. You're down by 4. If there was a moment where things could have gotten away, that might have been it. And then you guys went on, I think, the biggest run of the game, in part because of the defense, some key reserves. There was a ball at midcourt that was up for grabs. You guys had 2 diving on the floor to lead to a breakaway. What sort of, can you talk about that phase of the game and the transition from things getting away to sort of taking command?
Well, that was an amazing play. Mason Funk, we got to get, that's going to be on the highlight film at the end of the year for sure. I mean, he laid out, and both teams were playing so hard, but yeah, you know, that's kind of the theme of this team is depth. Every game you don't know exactly who's going to step up into different moments, and very fortunate to coach a team. We have a 10-man rotation, and I'm confident in every single one of them. When you put them on the floor, they're going to do something positive. They've embraced their role. You got a stud like Nick Roper that goes out. Certainly that's not ideal, but what a luxury then to have the guys that come in ready to play and ready to produce that we do have.
Coach, what was the conversation about helping on the dribble drive, leaving three-point shooters, and how much help do you give on those guys trying to go downhill?
Well, the focus was we didn't want to give catch-shoot threes. So as the drive came at you, we wanted to move towards the shooter. We weren't gonna overhelp, because when they penetrate and kick for threes, we did not wanna give them catch-shoot threes. So we were gonna trust our perimeter defenders to guard and level them off so that they did not get to the paint. Now, we didn't always do it exactly the way we wanted to, but I thought we made it hard, and we limited, I don't know how many threes they ended up getting up. 5 for 14 for a team that shoots it exceptionally well. So we wanted to focus on no catch-shoot threes, and then we were trying to limit the layups at the rim. We thought with our size, we could wall up at the basket and make those shots tough also. But the focus was trying to limit the number of three-point shots, and if they drove and got shots in the paint, we were gonna live with that as long as they were shooting over us. A few times we kept talking about we can't let them get around us. We need to use our size and length and make them score over the top.
Coming in, their offensive numbers kind of look like yours, balanced scoring, and tonight it was number 3, Blake Berg. He was a
Wow.
difficult stop tonight.
He was really good, and they're terrifically coached. I have so much respect for Coach and how they play the game, and they have balance too. I mean, every single guy on the floor, you have to defend. And tonight, yeah, number 3 gave us all kinds of problems. He had 22, and he's so good going to his right, but they have so much quickness and such good ball skills that our whole thing was once they start dribbling, just try to keep them in front of you. And I don't know what the shooting percentages were. Both teams finished some tough plays through contact tonight. It was actually pretty impressive. For as physical as it was, they made some tough shots. We made some tough shots. I don't think, other than that one that Mason dove and Carlo got the layup, and then we botched a free throw where they got a layup, there wasn't much uncontested tonight.
All right, Coach, any last thoughts on as we head into the sectional round?
Well, we'd like to thank University of Chicago. They ran a class event here, and this was a tough competitive pod. So we feel very fortunate. We're looking forward to next weekend.
Congratulations on the win and good luck next weekend.
Thank you, guys.